Hot news opinion Kamala Harris, a front-runner The New York Times. She's a serious candidate. So focus on opinion columnist. This article is part of David Leonhardt's newsletter. You can to receive, by formally the presidential race, Kamala Harris immediately becomes one of the front-runners for the Democratic nomination. As recently so take her candidacy seriously. But once you've done, Harris has signaled that she is likely to run a more thematically broad-based, less focused campaign than some others. And Bernie Sanders, nobody is living their life through the lens of one issue, she said yesterday. And I think her policy agenda looks fairly typical for a Democrat today. One of her main the core of Harris' record is her 6 years as California's Attorney General. In a recent Time of The Intercept argued that Harris' specific performance was not the most relevant issue. The problem isn't that Harris was an especially bad prosecutor. She made positive, my view is that Harris deserves to be treated as a front-runner. She has a facet. I'll be interested now to see whether she can offer a compelling story about what ails the country, how we've come to suffer from fraying democracy, stagnant mass living standards, and a violently warming planet, and what she will do to change our course. For more on her, see on 20 Things You Probably Didn't Know About Kamala Harris, which includes her handling of the mortgage crisis in California. There may be no other candidate who better embodies how the modern Democratic Party has changed over the last few decades in identity and ideology. Post-Obama, the Democratic Party is increasingly the party of women and the woke, and Harris' biography and politics align well with where the party has moved. Harris' policy positions: Medicare for all, progressive tax reform, raise in the federal minimum wage, green energy, etc. You are not unique in a field with many progressive candidates. She is unique. Reader responses. Several readers yesterday about the shutdown by pointing out the connection to organized labor. Paul Wortman, from Providence: the shutdown is not about the weakness of the resistance, but the weakness of the American labor movement. Labor has been a reader from Atlanta: unions, and more unions. Over the decades. If you are not a subscriber to this newsletter, you can also follow the New York Times opinion section on, and
raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. I get fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.